What's going on? I hope the announcements don't come over the loudspeaker and interrupt me, but I want to talk a little bit about Red State. There they are. I knew it was going to happen.
Okay, please listen carefully. We have a bus change. So bus 30 is going to be bus 18 today. So if you are normally a bus 30 kid, you get on bus 18 today. So we need bus 30 and bus 5 down front, please. Thank you.
All right, sorry about that. I thought if they came on, it would be a quick interruption, but we talked about red states and blue states today. We talked about right and left, liberal, conservative. I mean, it's so tricky. So I wanted to make a video where if you want to watch it a couple times, you can, to understand what it means, blue state, red state. And then when we start talking about the Electoral College, we'll talk more about blue states and red states the closer we get to the election. But basically, to try to keep it as simple as possible, blue states are Democratic states. That means in presidential elections, those states are likely to go all in for the Democratic choice. So there's a state like California, has been blue for a long, long time. I'm not exactly sure the last time they voted for a Republican president. It might have been Reagan back in 1980 or 1984 because Reagan was from that state. But a state like California, it's massive. It is guaranteed almost to go to Joe Biden. I mean, it's crazy. It's probably very little chance that it doesn't. Red states are states that go Republican. The way I remember that is that red starts with an R, and so does Republican. So red states are Republican. And mostly, that's what the bell sounds like at the end of the day. And mostly in the South, you have red states. And if they are really, really red, like they never go Democratic, we might call them a ruby red state. A state like Arkansas. I would, in years past, maybe say Texas, but Texas could possibly go to Joe Biden this year. It'll be interesting to see what happens. A state like Georgia in the South, traditionally red, but maybe it could go blue. It could go Biden. It might be up for grabs for Biden. Another thing, when you hear leaning to the right, leaning to the left, that also has a little bit to do with Republican and Democrat. Right are Republican. So if someone leans to the right, they are more likely to vote along the lines of a Republican. If they lean to the left, they are more...
Okay, we need a wave 2 of students being picked up. That's students with the last names E through K who are being picked up.
They are more likely to lean towards Democrats. If they lean left, one last thing to make it even more confusing. You also could hear conservative and liberal. Conservatives are Republicans. There's a little bit of difference, but so like judges on the Supreme Court, they're never called like Republican judges or Democratic judges, but they might be said to lean to the left or lean to the right. Ruth Bader Ginsburg leaned to the left. She was more liberal. She was more democratic. She was more blue. Oh my gosh, this is way too many.
Okay, we need buses 34, 2, and 37. That's 34, 2, and 37.
But Amy Coney Barrett, President Trump's new nominee for the Supreme Court, we would say that she's probably going to lean more to the right. She's going to be more like a Republican. She's going to be more conservative. She may like red states better. Right? I hope that helps. A lot of different terms. Watch the video a couple times if you want. I hope you want to. Hopefully you'll watch it a couple times and then really understand what it means when we say left, right, liberal, conservative, blue, red, Republican, Democrat. All right. See you next time.